Deadlock, a game which opened up its doors for invite-only closed beta testing in late summer of 2024, is a hero-based multiplayer online battle arena set in 1940s New York that sees a cast of supernatural monsters, agents, and even gods team up to complete a ritual, summoning a deity known as patrons. Today, we look at Lash, an underground pit fighter who is the reigning champion of the bear pit. He eagerly initiates fights, chasing down fleeing opponents, leaping into combat with his grappling hook, flogging his foes with a life-stealing whip, and stomping the ground with a ground strike that damages multiple targets. We'll break down his stats, strats, and abilities to give you all the information you'll need to suplex your way to victory. At 700 base HP, scaling plus 50 every boon, he's in the middle of the road when it comes to base HP. And with 3 stamina, he sees the same mobility potential as most others in the game. Lash's weapon of choice is called Tail of the Tate, a modified boxing glove that shoots in quick bursts, perfect for weaving in between ability casts. Ground Strike is Lash's first ability, which sees him stomp the ground beneath him, damaging enemies in front of him. The second upgrade, seeing this skill gain the ability to knock up targets and slowing them after landing for 3 seconds. The last, giving more damage per meter traveled from the sky and improving the spirit scaling. The main ability you'll be using as Lash to slam on people from the top ropes. Grapple is Lash's second ability, which sees him pull himself up through the air towards a target. Using Grapple also resets the limit of your air jumps and dashes in the sky. A great movement ability, which is a staple of Lash's character, sees the cast range and a weapon amp on the second upgrade for this ability, and also a 20% fire rate amp on the last. Use this ability to set yourself in the perfect position to initiate fights. Flog is Lash's third ability, which sees him strike the enemies in front of himself with his whip, healing himself for a portion of the damage dealt. The first upgrade, applying a movement speed debuff for 3 seconds, and the last seeing more than double the damage, plus another fire rate debuff on your enemies. A great tool you'll use as Lash to spam on enemies to debuff them, and also give you a little bit of life sustain. Death Slam is Lash's ultimate ability, which sees him focus on enemies to connect whips to them. After channeling, connected enemies are lifted and stunned, then slammed onto the ground. Any enemies in the landing zone will also be damaged and slowed. This premier ability gives Lash the opportunity to end fights in one swift blow. The first upgrade seeing the max throw distance increased by 8 meters, and the last providing this ultimate a stun to enemies in the land zone for 1 second, giving you the perfect opportunity to follow up with your own ultimate to one-shot the enemy. Now that we've talked about Lash's abilities and their upgrades, let's talk about how to utilize his kit to slam the competition. Lash is a ganking specialist. He can utilize his vertical ability to catch unsuspecting targets and deliver huge bursts before the enemy knows what's coming. Ground Strike does significantly more damage the further up in the air you are. Make sure you time this ability at the apex of your grapple jumps to maximize this potential. Flog after knocking them up and slide away to give your target no chance for retaliation. Death Slam gives you the opportunity to deliver huge setups for your team, but don't be afraid to still use it to confirm 1 or 2 kills, giving you and your team the upper hand to bring down walkers and secure objectives. Lash is best paired with heroes who also have extreme bursts. Thus, allies like Mina and Paradox can really put the pressure on anything you catch, most of the times just straight out obliterating them. On the opposite, heroes like Bebop or Holiday can dish out just as much burst as you, while also having abilities that can pull you out of all, making it really hard to land effective death slams. When itemizing Lash, early, look to grab items like Headshot Booster and Extra Regen to give you a good amount of burst on your weapon for farming lane and poking the enemy, plus some regen to keep you ready for the fight. Mid. Shift into items like Quicksilver Reload and Cold Front to provide you and your team with a slow when you jump on targets, and reload off of your flog to allow you to shoot more, increasing your odds of getting kills. Late. Look to grab items like Majestic Leap and Stamina Mastery to provide you all the movement you'll need to set yourself up for huge ground strikes and death slams. An example of an endgame build would be something like Stamina Mastery, Majestic Leap, Transcended Cooldown, Boundless Spirit, Mystic Reverb, Mercurial Magnum, Trophy Collector, Arctic Blast, Rapid Recharge, Tank Buster, Spirit Burn, and Spirit Resilience. This build will give you all the items you'll need to have a really good burst, while also providing you insane movement to get around and set yourself up for playmaking. Now that you have a great base of strategies and items you can use to make the most out of Lash, you too can bound your way to victory. Tell me in the comments your favorite Lash builds, and anything I might have missed. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and make sure you come back for a breakdown on our next hero, McGinnis, a Fairfax Industries prodigy engineer.